So the biggest pressure update is finally here, and I have no words. This is by far the most fun I've ever had on pressure, and I've been playing pressure for a while to say that. We have 2 new grand encounters, 2 new revamped grand encounters, a new ending cutscene, a new secret ending cutscene that's probably one of the coolest endings I've ever seen on Roblox, a deep sea bunny game pass, a ton of new badges, new items, new changes, and so much more. Oh yeah, and you wanna know what's crazy? This is only part 1 of this update. There's 4 entire parts. In this video, I'll be covering everything in the update along with some tips and tricks and just generally everything you need to know about it. So without further ado, enjoy. Okay, so before I talk about the big stuff, there's first of all the new lobby I have to mention. The new lobby got a massive extension, pretty much adding like a trillion new stuff. It is now complete with a courtyard, a helicopter pad, a winners only area, an entire section with a conveyor belt that takes you to different expeditions, a whole lighthouse in the middle, actual urban shade guards guarding the area, and possibly a bunch more stuff that I just missed and didn't bother looking because I wanted to just go in game and play the update already. Oh yeah, if you somehow haven't noticed, I am officially recording my videos from the courtyard from now, instead of just this random wall that nobody cares about. And if you're wondering why, well, take a look at this view. Pretty nice, right? Aside from that, it's just pretty much a much bigger lobby, and it's just overall got a massive extension, and it's much better and it's much cooler, and I love it, and I love pressure. So yeah, this new lobby, in my opinion, is fantastic. Alright, let's talk about the in-game stuff now, because oh man, this is where stuff gets really good. Whenever you start the game, you'll notice 2 things. First off, you might have noticed that you arrived at a different dock. That is because you can now arrive at either one of 4 docks. And secondly, you might have noticed that the room count starts at 100 this time instead of 1. And that is because instead of going up to reach the ridge, you're going down, pretty much descending down into the ridge, which makes a lot more sense. Yeah, a really big part of the lore got rewritten and stuff, and now there's a bunch of changes to the lore, so yeah, that's cool. I'm not really a lore nerd, so I wouldn't really know much about that, so yeah, I'm not. As you venture deeper, you might get either one of 2 weird looking rooms. One of those rooms looks like a red little lobby thing. The other one is this giant room with a fan in the middle. And that means that you're in one of the 2 new grand encounters, the Abomination and the Firewall. Let's start off by talking about the Abomination one. The Abomination one is the one with the giant fan in the middle. You make your way down the stairs where you're instructed by Navi to grab one of these underwater diving gliders. And if you're wondering why you need them, well, you're about to find out. You then go underwater with your glider, and you're pretty much told to go through this ominous looking pipeline system thing. As you make your way through the pipes, a giant creature swims right past you. You end up following this creature. I don't know why you would do that. And then boom, the creature comes out of nowhere and it starts chasing you. And your objective is to get out of this pipe system as fast as possible as to not get devoured by the creature. Now this chase is possibly one of the most intense, stress-inducing chases that I've ever done on Roblox. You have to navigate your way through the pipe system while dodging propellers, underwater mines, and sometimes even the creature itself. Not to mention, all of this is happening while you're going this fast. Eventually, you make it out of the pipe system where you're flung back onto shore, and the creature, aka the Abomination, goes back underwater, officially ending the chase. The best tips that I have for this encounter is to pretty much just have good reaction time, and that's it. You will occasionally get a warning signal on your glider, which means the Abomination is right behind you and it's about to lunge forward. When that happens, all you have to do is just go either left or right really fast. Other than that, this chase is stressful, but extremely fun. I have 0 complaints about this chase, and I'd even go as far as saying this chase is perfect. So to the developers who worked on this, y'all did amazing. Alright, now let's talk about the second grand encounter, the Firewall. You venture through the rooms when you suddenly find a red looking lobby lounge room thing. You're instructed to take the elevator, which leads you to this weird looking locker room. You open one of the lockers, and inside one of those lockers is a jet suit. You put this jet suit on and then you proceed forward. As you go forward, you're told that this is a jet suit evaluation course. Right before the grand encounter starts, the game gives you a little tutorial on how the jet suit works. The jet suit gives you the ability to double jump, dash, slide, and wall hop, which could really only mean one thing. You're about to do some insane parkour. But this isn't any ordinary parkour. You have to make your way through 15 of these parkour rooms while being chased by a giant firewall. And this firewall isn't slow at all. It goes really fast. Once you make it past the 15 rooms, you then reach a safe spot. You're then led back into the locker room where you're instructed to take off the jet suit and proceed back into the black site. And that's the end of the firewall grand encounter. Oh yeah, by the way, don't try to run away with the jet suit, because then a turret will appear out of nowhere and gun you down. So yeah, in my opinion, I like the Abomination Grand Encounter a lot more, but this is also pretty solid. I love this type of fast-paced parkour where you can dash and double jump. It's so, like, I love it. I love. My only gripe with this Grand Encounter is how fast the firewall is. This is not an issue for me because I'm naturally good at this type of stuff, but, like, I can imagine the average mobile player reaching the firewall and just not being able to do it fast enough and dying. So yeah, if you're a mobile player and you reach the firewall, good luck. Other than that, the only tip that I have for the firewall is to keep practicing the tutorial until you get the idea. And obviously just be good at parkour and stuff. Just practice the tutorial. It's not that hard. Okay, as I was editing this video, Zeal added a setting that adds in more platforms for you to parkour on if you're struggling on the firewall. So yeah, if you're having a bad time on the firewall, you might have to consider enabling that setting. Once you make it past either one of the 2 new Grand Encounters, the game just keeps going as normal. That is, until you reach the lunar dock. You'll then be instructed to fix this control box in the middle of the station and then go inside the tram. Once you do, the tram powers up and you need to go inside it and activate it and just leave the lunar dock. As the tram goes on, you see the searchlights, which could really only mean one thing. Yeah, it's search. You have reached the Searchlight's Grand Encounter. Except this time, it's a whole lot harder. First of all, there's 50% less hiding spots than last time. Second of all, the searchlights move in a much more unpredictable way. And thirdly, while I haven't seen this myself, the searchlights can destroy hiding spots. Yeah, it's pretty much a whole lot harder now. But the only thing that didn't change is the objective, where you have to just get 6 or 7 generators. I don't know, I forgot how many generators you have to get. But the objective is the same. It's just a whole lot harder now. My main tip for this Grand Encounter is to go slowly. Take your time. Don't rush the searchlights. You're not under a time limit. I'd also recommend being very careful in the middle because the searchlights can pretty much come out of nowhere from any direction. What I would do is pretty much stick to the sides and only go in the middle if absolutely necessary. But yeah, other than that, just take your time. After picking up the crystal and making it past the ridge, you're led into an airlock where you descend underwater into the let van zone. From there, you're led into the final searchlights encounter, except this time, instead of fixing wires, you need to fix 8 generators. Or 7. I don't know how many. I forgot. The more generators you fix, the more searchlights spawn in. Pretty much the exact same as last time, right? Except this time, once you fix all 8 generators, you'll be led into an industrial area where you'll need to avoid the same group of searchlights while activating levers in order to keep proceeding through. Once you've activated all the levers, the exit will open and you'll be led out of the industrial area where you'll see a giant trench bleeder foot come falling down on one of the searchlights, killing them on impact. And that officially concludes the final searchlights Grand Encounter and pretty much all of the new Grand Encounters in this update. First part of this Grand Encounter is exactly the same as the old one. However, for the second part, I'd recommend hiding and then moving while no searchlights are present in the area. There's also little turbine things that you have to avoid, so that's fun. Aside from that, I'd just say it's slightly harder than the old final encounter. And yeah, that's it for all the Grand Encounters, man. I have no words. Every Grand Encounter that I just mentioned was so unbelievably fun, it's not even funny. And remember, there will be even more Grand Encounters in the upcoming parts of this update. So once again, the developers did a phenomenal job on every single one of them, and oh my god, they're so good. I'm about to cry. They're so good. Yeah, there's also a new ending cutscene which is like 10 minutes long. I'm not gonna play the entire thing, but it essentially shows you what happens after you escape the black site and how you were pardoned for helping Urban Shade retrieve the crystal. It is honestly a really cool cutscene, but I can't really play the entirety of it, so yeah, you gotta play the game in order to see the rest of it. Also, don't be like me and have the skip cutscene option enabled. Alright, let's see this ending cutscene.
Alright, here we go. Let me know if you guys can see it too.
What?
Wait, what?
Well,
wait,
right.
I think
Is it not? Oh yeah?
no, it is out, but like we have to get through a different route. I think he's something. Wait, hold on.
No, it is out, but like we have to get through a different route, I think. He's something. Wait, hold on.
And now for the badges. You get 2 badges for doing 2 of the Grand Encounters, and 1 badge for carrying someone through one of the Grand Encounters. What that means is you pretty much have to do the Grand Encounter for someone else. In the Abomination Encounter, you'll need to have someone holding on to you while you do the chase for them. And in the Firewall Encounter, you'll need to have someone just staying back and not doing the encounter at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that badge. To get the like nothing ever happened badge, you'll need to revive someone with a defibrillator, or be revived by someone else with the defibrillator. The defibrillator is kind of a rare item because, you know, you can literally revive someone with it. The only places where you can find it is behind a code breacher door in one of these little boxes, or you can buy it from Sebastian for 500 assets. To get the It's Getting Late badge, you need to play Pressure at 3 AM. Yes, 3 a.m. in the morning. Once the clock hits 3 a.m., a monster from the Hunted Expedition known as the Witching Hour appears out of nowhere, and it slowly starts approaching you. Once it reaches you, it jump scares you, and you get the badge along with the free revive token. You also get lectured by the voice actor of Sebastian to go to bed and to not stay up playing video games. You know what, I agree. If you're watching this video and it's currently 3 a.m. for you, I suggest turning off whatever device you're watching this video on and go to bed immediately. And if you don't do that, I will appear under your bed. There's actually a really dumb way to get this badge, and it's by setting your time to 3 a.m. via Windows settings. Once you do that, all you gotta do is wait, and eventually the witching hour will appear. You can also set your time to 2:59 a.m. That also works, but just do whatever, man. Now for the final 2 badges, which I personally think are the most insane ones so far. To get them, you need to find the painter in either the heavy containment room generation or this one room with a turret through this hole. Once you find him, you need to walk up to him and quote-unquote rescue him. When you do that, you slowly approach him before punching him and taking his hardware with you. Yeah, don't worry, it gets crazier from here. That gives you the first badge, but there's a slight problem.
I'm coming over. Hang tight.
Yeah, Sebastian isn't too happy about you doing that, and now he's somewhere in the black side trying to find and kill you. And once you make it past the ridge and pull the lever, this happens.
You could have had everything you ever wanted. Everything I ever wanted. And you still went out of your way to take everything I had left in the process. I'll merely return the favor. And you bet I'll be enjoying every last moment of this. You have no one to blame but yourself. You're in a hell of your own making, and you're never getting out! What? What is it this time?
Yeah, that is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in Pressure. Actually, no, scratch that. That is one of the most insane cutscenes I've ever seen on Roblox. Sebastian getting deleted from existence after violently ripping the player's heart out. It then shows you this cryptic message and you're pretty much dead. And that awards you with the final badge for this update. Now lastly, we have the Deep Sea Bunny Gamepass. For the very cheap price of 148 Robux, you can have your very own Deep Sea Bunny, being able to pet it, kiss it, and violently throw it against the wall for no reason. Here's a funny compilation of this Gamepass in action.
Better, I guess. Oh wait.
Oh, bunnies! Bunnies.
Bunnies.
Oh. Here, go back to your family.
Yeah, man, what the flip?
Wait, what? Can I drown? Can I drown my bunny? Wait, hold on.
No, he has like a little mask.
Can I throw my rabbit down there? All right, bye. Wait,
it looked like you kicked it.
Wait.
It looked like you kicked it.
Wait,
I
wait,
missed that.
wait! Show me! Let me
It
see.
actually looked like you kicked it.
Yeah, it does. It actually does. It actually does.
Y'all don't need to get out.
Wait. Honestly, for such a cheap price, this Game Pass is worth it, and I totally recommend you buying it if you want to. Other than that, they also added some smaller stuff like the outskirts and mantle room generations from the Hunted Expedition, along with a new room generation called the Administration Areas, which is pretty much just a library with a bunch of whiteboards that have mysterious writings on them, including this one, which is a code to a rare keypad door in the Maintenance Room generation. I personally haven't gone inside inside there yet, but what I do know is that there's a bunch of rare loot inside. Possibly stuff like the defibrillator, the blacklight, and this new item called the item scanner, which lets you scan through drawers. I'm not gonna bother trying to find that keypad again, so if any of you find that keypad, the code is 105299. There's also 2 new monster documents, the Abomination and the Angler variants, where you have to die to either Blitz, Chainsmoker, Pinky, or just any Angler variant, and 2 NOS documents, the NOS Jetsuit and the Jetsuit cores. To get the Jetsuit cores document, you need to die to the firewall, and to get the NOS Jetsuit document, you need to pick it up at the end of the firewall encounter. Also, there's one new Hadel document, the Lunar Dock document, and there's also this very weird document called Stairwell 87, which is a very rare room in the heavy containment room generation. If you enter the stairwell and descend too far down, a scary face appears and it starts chasing you back to the exit. But unfortunately for you, the exit is closed and you will eventually die. Upon dying, you'll receive the Stairwell 87 document, which all it says in the document is Stairwell 87 does not exist. This is one of the more mysterious documents in the game and nobody really knows what any of it means. And they also added Nolly inside the Bandlands, which I think is really funny how we got Nolly in Pressure before Nolly in Forsaken. If you don't know who Nolly is, it's pretty much the oldest Roblox myth to ever exist. I'm not gonna bother explaining the entire history of Nolly, but just know that he's in Pressure now, and that he always watches every move you make. There's also this blue version of the imaginary friend that I keep seeing. The way you activate it is by trading a toy remote with a deep sea bunny, because apparently they're tradable now, and in return getting the blue toy remote, which summons the blue imaginary friend. And apparently if you have both of them, they supposedly conversate with each other. Yeah, this is some weird stuff, man. Anyways, before I give my final take on this update, here's some funny clips I got from it.
Save me, save me, save me, save me if you can.
Where are you? Okay, I'm coming. I'm almost there.
20.
I'm almost there. Please.
15, 12.
Oh my god.
2 HP! No, but I panicked. I had to go back.
What was bro, oh my god. I saw that explosion from like really far away. I go, get us out of here, Go. Genghis, no, please.
Wait.
Wait, what is this?
Wait, what? It already ended? What?
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 How? Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what?
That was like less than 10 doors.
Wait, I'm so.
No,
Wait.
Wait,
Wait, wait.
Or -1.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what is happening? Genuinely, what is happening?
I thought y'all opened like more than. Huh?
What is happening?
What?
What is going on?
Room air. What?
What's going on?
What? And that pretty much covers everything in this update. There's like 200 plus rooms that I haven't mentioned yet, but I do not have the time nor the patience to list off every single one of them. So aside from that, that's pretty much all. I personally love this update, and I still can't believe this is only part 1 of the update. The grand encounters, the endings, everything about this update is perfection, and I can't wait to see the rest of the parts. And once again, if the developers are watching this, y'all did a great job, and you just I love this update so much. It's so good, bro. It's so good. I'm about to cry. Anyways, thank you for watching.